Hey, what's up, guys? Back from the deck profile here. Now, you saw the past couple weeks. I'm still doing the my boys because we all top 8'd. You know what I mean? So I want to get them back on. You guys remember Grant, of course. Ice Barrier XD is the best deck.
Still the best deck.
We're heating things up this time.
Yeah, dude, we're heating things up. That's a good way to put it, John.
100%.
And so he was playing Fire Pile. What would you call it? You just call it Race or?
Yeah, bro, this is Fiendsmith Rescue Ace.
Fiendsmith Rescue Ace, yeah. I mean, it was broken, so I'm going to let him go on with it, and I will definitely chime in. I really enjoyed how he played. How many cards is this?
This is 52, 53.
Oh, damn, it was almost 5-5.
Almost a 5-5.
Yeah. Yeah, all right, go on with it, bro.
I appreciate you, brother.
Mm-hmm.
So, I want to start off with saying the reason I'm playing Rescue Ace right now instead of Fiendsmith Snake Eye, the ban list in August is very looming and has been for I don't know how many months, so I've just been putting Snake Eye down. The second thing is if you look at the OCG list right now and what just topped OCG Nats for their format, which is, again, is normally about 1 to 2 formats ahead of ours. They're the finalists in Nats. It was a mirror match of Fiendsmith Rescue Ace. So immediately when I saw that, I was like, I need to start back on this deck. This is the deck I topped the regional with in Columbus in June.
Yeah, you did.
Without the Fiendsmith. With the Fiendsmith, this deck is just so insane. So
also, Desiree stops evenly. Lightning Storm.
Dustin.
Right, yeah. Everything
Talents,
threatens the
thrust,
set 4.
everything.
Yeah, every single card. So go on with it, bro.
100%. Dark
Red
Ruler.
sleeves.
Dark
yeah,
Ruler.
dark. DRNM, bro. Okay.
So yeah, we start off with 3 Hydrant. The reason we're playing 3 Hydrant instead of 2 is now Hydrant is full 1-card combo for the entire deck with the Fiendsmith cards. At some point we'll go through that maybe later, but
yeah, you can show it to him.
I mean, yeah, it's kind of insane.
Mm-hmm.
So then this is obviously a 3 of. We do play 2 Impulse. I've gone between 3 and 1 on this card, and 2 just makes me feel good. I feel like 3 is very good as well. So if you're going to play a higher count, I feel like 3 would be perfectly fine with this card as well. Spits any machine Rescue Ace out from deck. That is Turbulence, Preventer, that is Hydrant, that is Fire Attacker, that is Engine. Yeah. Okay, a lot of targets, guys.
Did you want a special engine from your hand with them Ultra Army? Or?
Absolutely not.
Yeah,
do not do what you guys saw at Nats and the Fiendsmith Rescue Ace player that summoned.
Shout out to him, though.
Shout out to him saying he's the best Rescue Ace player.
I don't.
But,
I don't know where that came from, though.
You know, I think that's
not to throw shade or anything.
Yeah, I think at the end of the day, your play definitely defines how good you are with the deck. I'm just going to say that.
Shocked by
I'm going
that.
to say that. We don't fear Molcharmy around here.
No, we don't.
Preventer at 2.
That card's so gross. Dude.
Again, honestly, one of the best cards in the deck, but it's a 2.
That makes the 1-card combo for the stuff, right?
100%. It does make 1-card combo. It is part of that. Yep, there we go. This man knows. I like it. I like it. 2 Turb because it's the best card in the deck, actually.
Disgusting.
Set 4, best deck.
Also, a lot of people forget about the destruction effect.
100%.
Yeah.
Against it's not just destruction, it's send.
It's send, sorry.
If anything
send,
leaves the field from an opponent's card, you can trigger Turbulence to send any card on your opponent's
field. But a lot of people don't remember that.
So it is a pseudo interruption as well. We do play 1 Fire Attacker. The reason we're playing Fire Attacker is because it's a level 6.
Yeah.
Engraver's a level 6.
Yeah.
Also, when you spit this out on with Impulse on your opponent's turn, draw 2, discard 1, you're immediately getting yourself more advantage.
Correct.
You have a body on board plus an extra card in hand. We do play, of course, the 1 Lifter. Please, at least put this card back to 2.
At least make it a foil.
Also, please, OTS Super, possibly
maybe.
down the pipe,
Should
please.
Be. Her OTS has been kind of shit lately.
Absolutely, agreed. Well, that depends even if you have the updated one.
Yeah, joking.
XD.
Yeah.
Getting into the Rescue Ace spells, 3 Emergency. Best Rescue Ace spell by far is the E-Telly. You can banish it from grave to reset a trap from grave. Very good.
Also, it dodging Imperm is just kind of fucking gross.
This card allows you to dodge anything it targets, and it's just so good.
Yeah.
We do play all the 1-ofs, so we play 1 HQ.
That might be one
we play an Alert,
yeah.
Play a Rescue, Extinguish, and a Contain. We do not play Reinforce. I've gone back and forth on that card.
John, what's your thoughts, bud?
Reinforce is
best
good.
Card, right?
Best card.
I just think that right
Wall's
now...
10 pie, right?
It is a brick.
It's also a brick, and you never want to see more of the trap. You don't want to draw more of it than you have to. That's kind of my opinion. So there's those cards. Now, for the other engines, the Fiendsmith engine, of course, 3 Engravers. I mean, enough said.
Yeah,
this card is just, it does 4 different things. It can special itself from grave. It pitches to add. It can send a link monster that's equipped to it.
Yeah. People don't. Yeah, it targets the equip and then targets one of their monsters and sends both.
Yeah. So it does 3 things,
Yeah.
but it's a mandatory requirement for the rest of the engine. So really, it does 4 things. But
Yeah.
this card is just so good. I can understand why it's $100 and some.
Yeah.
Because
it's like the old. It's like how Lubellion used to be.
Yeah. This card is just.
Yeah.
Oh my god, so good.
Bust.
You do have to play a Lurie.
Yeah.
Super.
Super.
Super Lurie.
Super.
I do find
Yeah.
that it tends to be banished less if I play a super.
Mm-hmm.
They tend to respect it more.
Yeah.
We do play.
I can't wait till you get to this.
Of course, 2 tracked, and we do play one of the
Yeah.
Sancts.
Explain this.
100%. So Sanct. Not only do I play Sanct because there have been a couple of hands randomly that I've opened double tracked, and I only play 2. So it is another search target. But if you open tracked and you're able to resolve Engraver again, this is how you're able to set up a full Fiendsmith board before you ever touch Rescue Ace or go into it, and you'll always have access to the Rescue Ace. It's just very, very simple, very, very good, and also if they destroy any cards on your field, you can then reset it for the next turn to just go right back into Fiendsmith Engine, as it makes a token that you can just make Requiem with. So incredibly good card. Also a quick play.
Yeah.
So very good. We do play, of course, 2 Witch, the original and 3 Wanteds. Pretty self-explanatory. This is the card that made Rescue Ace relevant in the new meta today, from Age of Overlord, and now we've got, of course, Infinite Forbidden with the Fiendsmith stuff. This is the spicy tech I saw from overseas in Japan. We are playing 2 Bonfire and a Poplar. This will guarantee that you are able to get to your original.
Yeah.
This will guarantee Hydrant. When you're playing a lot of interruption cards, which you kind of have to in this format, you got to play hand traps, you got to play going second cards. There will be variance in decks. You're not always going to see being able to play through a hand trap.
Yeah.
And so it's very important that you have access to multiple ways of doing it, even if it's somewhat redundant. At the end of the day, this is also an extra body, getting it off of that as opposed to getting it off of just the wanted original. So this is technically slightly better for the deck. In addition, we do play a 1-for-1 in a Rhoda. We play Warriors, so Rhoda's easy to search. 1-for-1 comes up again for that consistency factor. If you see too many hand traps or too much non-engine, pitch it and get out Hydrant.
Boys.
For the hand traps, of course, we play 3 Ash. We are playing 3 Droll and Lockbird.
Yeah.
We're playing 3 Imperm. We're playing 2 Crow.
Yeah.
This card today was not that good. I feel like in a big event, this card is going to be very good.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite hand traps, man. So I'm kind of sad I didn't main it last week. So
I think also that Imperm, you always have to play Imperm because it dodges the talents and the thrusts. I feel like Droll, if you want to either play Droll or Nibiru, depending on how you feel the impact is, I feel like that's what you should do.
yeah.
Again, for certain decks, I'm not necessarily worried about the matting. I'm worried about other things, so that's when the Nibiru and other things can come into play.
Mm-hmm.
We also then do play 2 talents, and we do play 2 droplets. The droplets came up because there are still a couple of decks out there that are still just trying to lock you, or they're still trying to just shut you off from your turn, trying to turn skip you. And you have to be able to deal with it, even if it comes at the cost of maybe not going full combo, but at least putting something on the board.
Yeah, but also, to be honest though, bro, like the turbulence, like the set for, like just droplet is just like
The fact that you can then activate all of the rest of these cards and at the very end droplet all of them is insane.
Yeah, or they you summon the Hydrant or whatever, they imperm or do something to it, you chain the droplet if they win first.
There's no need for Dark Ruler.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Yeah, correct. Like, that card's just broken.
I feel like droplets is a mandatory right now in this format.
Honestly.
I feel like you really should either be maining or siding it. Just some tokens
Unless
there.
you're washed up.
Everything in the extra deck is a 1-of. We play 1 SP Little Knight, 1 Appaloosa. We play 1 Beatrice for the Fiendsmith things. That's how you dump the Turbulence and play completely through Droll and still go full combo. Card broken.
Yeah.
We have 1 Hida, an access code. This card has come in and out, but today it was
Yeah,
good.
for me too. Yeah,
It's one of those cards where I can't decide what's better, and I think I will eventually settle on something that I feel is just the best for the deck.
Yeah.
But up until that point, we're still going to go with Axis Code because it's a great card. One Dez,
the real star player.
This
dude.
is the best card in the extra
it
deck,
is.
honestly.
It is.
It's hot
100%.
red, but for 2 cards.
Yeah.
When
It's
when,
Avermax hot red.
when it's equipped with sequence,
I mean-
it cannot be targeted, and when it's sent, it shuffles back anything else that you need, and so it's then it sends a card on the field.
Yeah.
Target. So that's really good. Any cards that
Stats
do
are
that.
very good, too.
Yeah, it's it's what 28,
28,
24.
Yeah.
Being able to quick play negate anything on the field is very good. It's how you play through all of the board breakers except droplets. Again, that's why you play droplets for the mirror match. We play Lacrima. We play an Anima. We play an IP Masquerena. And then we play all of the cards we would need for the Fiendsmith stuff.
Yeah.
Which is Requiem, Moon, and Sequence.
Sequentia. I'm going to bust.
These are the cards we've recently added as well. Not Princess. We always play Princess. That's part of combo. That's how you get the Turbulence back. We did decide to put a Raging Phoenix back in, and I did settle back on Wave King. This card is just really, really good.
Yeah.
It is a massive target, but if you're able to put up other interactions with it, you can almost bait your opponent into trying to hit this and have them prematurely either burn the droplets, which could make them lose resources early on in the turn, which can then come to play later after you're on your second to last or last interruption.
Also, Wave King with the set 4 and like a Hydrant or Hydrant Preventer Wave King set 4 is just gross.
There are ways in this deck to end on
like,
Wave King, Dez, and
both.
Apple
Yeah,
for 2.
yeah. And they're just like, I mean.
And then obviously with the set 4, you'll have access to your Rescue Ace stuff. But even without that still be what you're ending on. And so it's very, very good. I had Turbulence stop today, and I still put up a full Fiendsmith board, and it ended up winning me the game. So,
Excuse me.
For the side deck, we play 3 Solemn. This card is just so good.
Yeah, it's way too good right now.
It's just inherently one of the best going first cards. Setting this and just guaranteeing yourself an interruption, and a good one at that. It's just so good. We do side to Thrust, because we also play, of course, Lightning Storm and a Duster. With having talents in the main, it just guarantees more that we're able to access something that's going to be impactful, and that's what we want out of the side. So more impactful cards as well. We do play the 3rd droplets because it can come up, and then we also play a Called by the Grave if we find that they're playing a bunch of hand traps. We want to be able to respond in many ways, and even then, by setting this going first, that can be an interruption as well against certain decks. For the final 6, 3 Nibiru.
Bust.
And 3 Pirellia.
I'm going to bust.
This card and this card in combination with each other
Yeah, it's insane.
gets you so much advantage
it does.
that it doesn't matter if you nib them correctly.
Not even kind
Because the amount of advantage that they're still losing and the amount of advantage you're possibly gaining with the Pirellia, it offsets.
Yeah. Also, the nib being a free body on the board before your turn and then doing the fucking.
I nibbed
Fiendsmith
someone
combo,
today
like,
after Pirelli, after Mulcharming them, and then they still put up 3 interruptions, but I had 8 cards in hand and drawing into my 9th for turn.
bust.
So that alone should tell you that this and this card are insane. Highly considering maining these cards for that interaction
Make
alone.
it 60.
Possibly.
Yeah.
We would need more engine.
Yeah, we would need to test more.
We'd also need to test that more, 100%.
Yeah.
But guys, that's the deck profile. We came in second today
You did.
because I mistakenly did not put up Desiree, and this man had both Lightning Storm and Duster.
Shout out.
Bust.
Shout out Zach,
Shout out Zach.
YGOPD,
YGOPD on YouTube.
with the Ninja List.
Yeah,
And
you guys will
then
see his ninja list before this.
just by resolving Ninja stuff and being able to have stuff face down, he was just able to maintain advantage and was able to outgrind me. So shout out to Zach. great deck list, great player as always.
Yeah,
One of
absolutely.
again, been my guy since day one.
Yep.
And
Kindergarten,
yeah, pre-K,
That's right,
pre-K,
yeah.
1998, brother.
Yeah.
So, appreciate you having me on,
Yeah,
man.
absolutely, bro. Do you want to talk anything else, or you want to show them the?
Yeah, I
version
will
or
go
the,
ahead and just go
yeah, you can show
and
them
go through the one
show them
card
the-
combo
yeah, just show
here
them
with
a
the
little
hydrant.
short. You can probably figure out, but why not?
So it's hydrant. Hydrant's going to search the preventer.
Yep.
You're going to link the hydrant off into a name.
Anima.
Anima. Gotta find the anima somewhere in here. There it is. The anima.
Banish this to summon this.
Banish this to summon this. You're going to link these two away into the closed moon.
Summon your hydrant.
Resummon the hydrant. So now you're back to 2 bodies on the field.
Full Fiendsmith.
Full Fiendsmith combo. Link into Requiem. Requiem is going to link into the Engraver, or some tribute itself to Special the Engraver. You can then link
Equip
these
Requiem.
2 off.
Yeah, that's right.
Sequence.
Or you're going to go for the sequence. Sequence effect is then going to not banish, but shuffle back the 2 links. After you get the 2 links, you're going to bring out a Lacrima.
Is it Anima on that?
No, Anima's Engrave. There's Requiem. Where's my Requiem?
Yeah,
There we go. I
there
already
yeah,
shuffled
yeah,
back
I
the
just,
Requiem.
yeah. I knew somebody in the comments is gonna go, you can't do
That's
that.
true.
And
That's
they're like,
very
yeah,
true.
dude,
Very
we know,
true.
you know what I mean.
Anima's still
Fuck.
Engrave, everybody.
Yeah.
Chill.
Yeah, relax.
Lacrima effect is actually going to add the Engraver back to hand, and then you're going to pitch the Engraver to add the Tract. You then contract.
Big fucko, John.
Shout out.
Tract's
Fuck
going to
over.
get the Lurie. And pitch the Lurie, summon the Lurie back.
Special. Yeah.
At this point, since you only have 1 Engraver, if you open Engraver, that's also kind of cracked. But in this scenario, you're going to want to find a way to get rid of both of these, or at least the Lurie.
Yeah, you have another body somewhere.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah, so if he had like another guy, which he would.
100%. It all depends on, again, how you're setting up.
But this is still, regardless of what this is just Hydrant.
Yeah.
So
instead of, honestly, this is up to you depending on what you have. Normally, if I have other cards in hand, I go track. That's why I did that first. But normally, you could always just special
Yeah,
back the
special that
Engraver
back and then-
with this.
Or add the other spell.
yeah, they quick play.
So-
You could always get the other quick play as well. But then what we do would be you go here into the Beatrice. This whole line also plays after Droll, which is big critical because they're going to Droll you after the Hydrant. You can then detach the Engraver, and then you can dump a Turb.
Hey, Turbs.
Where's the Turb? There's the Turb.
Big Turbs.
Dump the Turb. You then link these away into your Princess.
Yeah, reborn the Turb.
Princess will reborn the Turb. Turb set 4.
Yeah.
At this point, you can then go into your Raging Phoenix. And then again, with any other cards that you would have on field or whatnot.
Yeah, you can also Lacrima burn too.
You can also Lacrima shuffle back to burn for
Yeah.
12. But then you can, of course, shuffle back anything else engrave, aka the Lurie, for the Engraver
Yeah.
to summon itself back.
Yeah. And there's set 4.
Yeah, plus that set 4 equip sequence to the Engraver just so it can't be targeted. And then you have something to pop as well because Engraver effect can send a monster equipped to a Fiendsmith and then one monster on the field does target, but another way Engraver can interact.
A lot of people still don't know that play that engine too. They just don't know that does that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
And I was just like, what's up?
It's very good.
Yeah. It's
very
It's
good.
insane.
The other thing you could also do if you had done the tract is when you have the sequence in this scenario, is you can bring back, instead of sequencing Fusion for the Lacrima, You can then bring back.
Shuffle them back, bring back, then bring.
Well, I'm sorry, you would still fusion for the Lacrima,
Yeah.
pardon me. Where's my Lacrima? Damn it. You would still Lacrima, and then you would still do the track plays, getting the Lurry and whatnot, and then you could banish the track on the field. In this case,
Yeah,
if you have
make
other
Desiree.
ways, for example, if this is just one card, you can make Desiree if you're not under Droll.
You do need Engraver though for Desiree.
Correct.
You do.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You'd still
Yeah, if
have
you
to.
did,
You'd still,
yeah,
but you
yeah.
haven't used your Engraver effect
Right.
to shuffle back.
To shuffle back. Yeah.
So you can still again just get rid of those, yeah, and then still bring this back.
But either way, it's just still just Hydrant.
It's,
I have a
this,
hydrant.
yeah,
I have a
is one
hydrant
card
out front
combo.
of my house, by the way.
Shout out.
But it does
Shout
get
out.
you again. It gets you to Raging Phoenix, Princess, Turbulent, Set 4, just all off of Hydrant through Droll and Lockbird. So that's in itself,
Insane.
off of one card, is better than Snake Eye, in
Yeah.
my opinion, but for sure.
Set 4. How
and
many?
there's-
How many you said?
That would be 1, 2, 3,
and
4.
then 4.
That is
Okay,
correct.
yeah. The amount of beers I drank in 30 minutes since moving home. All right. Brother, anything else you want to say?
I think that's it, man.
I really appreciate you, bro.
Appreciate you, brother.
Yeah. And I'll see you guys later. Cheers.